Hello, Shawn. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? James, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, good, man. Not too bad.
Hey, so tell me, you're in the new movie Becoming James. Tell us, what's the movie all about?
Becoming Jane is about a novelist called Jane Austen who lived in England in the Regency period. Not that long ago, only a couple of 100 years ago, less than that. And it's about her very chaste and very kind of upright existence until she meets a complete scallywag, tearaway, rebellious young man called Tom Lefroy. It's a true story about her first relationship, basically. She died very young and she died alone, writing all these books about great love and great passion, but yet she never, we believe, actually performed the physical act of love, if you know what I mean. And this, I think this relationship that she had with my character was probably the closest she came to that. And it inspired, we think, a lot of her work.
All right, so you said this story is actually based on real accounts.
Yeah.
So this is a true story, so this actually went down. So was there anything you could do to research it? Was there anything out there? Or, you know, it's sort of one of those things where you just go with the flow?
Yeah, no, I mean, you take a lot from the script, but there's also, I mean, the character became the Lord Chief Justice of Ireland. And so there's a lot of information about him, and there's a hell of a lot of information about Jane Austen. Some of her books are the most incredible, most loved books across the entire world, so there's a lot of information on the both of them. But really, when you're there playing a love scene, or you're there playing a scene where two people are very much in love with each other, all the research helps, but it's about whether, it's about the two people talking to each other and saying, I want to be with you, do you know what I mean?
I got you. Now, the young lady you play opposite is Anne Hathaway. Now,
yeah.
You know what? She seems to be the complete opposite of me, like a Lindsay Lohan. Is Anne Hathaway really that nice and that focused? Because she seems to be on her game.
Yeah, is Anne Hathaway really that nice? Oh, shall I destroy the myth? No, she is absolutely gorgeous. She's a hard-working, conscientious, full of integrity individual, and on top of all that, she's got a hell of a lot of talent as well, and she's beautiful. So it was, yeah, she is the opposite of that whole socialite Tinseltown young thing, but more power to her for it, I think.
Did you find it refreshing working with her?
Yeah, I did actually. To find somebody, you know, I hadn't worked with a lot of Hollywood actors, but you know, you hear things and you expect things and all of that, but she actually was just there on time every day, early sometimes, working harder than the next guy, and she was brilliant. Really, so much respect for her.
Had you seen The Devil Wears Prada before you started working with her?
I didn't know. I watched it afterwards. I actually had to see it twice. I watched it in a hotel room in LA once, and then I got home and it was my wife's birthday, and I said, listen, baby, we can do whatever you want to do. Today is yours. And she went, I really want to go and see The Devil Wears Prada. I was like, okay. So
you've seen it twice.
Yeah, no, she's great in it. Absolutely fantastic. I think, you know, Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep took a lot of praise to that film, and rightly so, they were fantastic in it. But I think one of the things you've got to remember is that Anne Hathaway helped really carry that film. You couldn't have sat for 2 hours watching that film without Anne in it, and she did a great job, and I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, speaking of carrying a movie, you're also in The Last King of Scotland. You carried that. You did a great job in that.
Oh, thank you very much. You're very kind. I had a great time on that job, and it was such a privilege to work, first of all, in Uganda, telling a very delicate story that the Ugandan people were seemed happy for us to tell. But secondly, it was a privilege to work with Forrest on that as well, and kind of be in the presence of that kind of performance every day.
So how did it feel knowing that you helped Forrest Whitaker win an Academy Award? You're a big part of that, because he doesn't win that unless you pull something out of him. So how did you feel when he won the big trophy?
I was so pleased for him. I thought it was, you know, there was so much hype and there was so much expectation for him to win it that had he not won it, I would have been devastated for him, because I know it would have
So you would have been just as bummed out?
Yeah, totally, because I knew it would have been tough on him, but I'm just so glad that he won it. He deserved it. It's been a long time coming, because he's given some incredible performances in the past in films that maybe haven't been so hyped, so therefore they don't get the attention at the Oscars that they might deserve. But to finally get his day was a privilege to be around, and to be able to sit there in the audience and watch him get that award was a real privilege.
All right, this final question is all about you. You did a great job in Becoming Jane. You were fantastic in The Last King of Scotland. But both of those movies are period pieces. When are you going to step into the future and do something present day?
Yeah, probably all my films are period films. The first American movie that I'm doing is called Wanted, and I'm filming it in Chicago tonight, right now.
Okay, so you're in the middle of filming something that takes place during current time.
The current day, the present day in Chicago. So that's what I'm doing.
All right, fantastic. Hey, keep up the good work, man. You do
Thank
such
you.
a great job. I look forward to seeing your work in the future.
You're very kind. Thank you.